Ian, in the build-up to this game, I'm sure if somebody had offered you 6-1, you'd have ripped both the arms off for it, but that's exactly what we've got in aggregate, and it's a fantastic achievement for you and your team.
Yeah, and it was, say, hard fought, hard earned, but I don't think it was, no one could say that we didn't deserve it. I thought over the two legs we were the better side. I thought we played smart football. We stayed in the game when we needed to. We battled when it was called upon, and when we had to go and execute moves and finish them, we certainly did that.
You must be pleased the way your tactics came off as well, because in both games I thought you won the tactical battle off the field as well as on it.
No, listen, all the credit goes to players, because they've, yes, we did go a little bit different to how we have been doing. We've been doing 4-4-2. We went a 4-3-3 or 4-5-1 at times, but tactics mean nothing if players don't go and give them absolutely everything, and they did. At times when, when things weren't quite going right, players have to think for themselves, and that's what they do. That's the most pleasing aspect, because you can't get information on at times. And that's something that comes from working hard on a training ground as a group, trying to get better knowledge.
It's interesting because the game almost followed a similar pattern to the one at Ibrox, where it took us maybe 15, 20, 25 minutes to really settle into it. But again, we came in and we calmed things down, and once we got to that point, we, as you said, we looked a far superior team after that initial burst.
With such a massive end product at the end of it, nerves were going to play a part, and the way you deal with those. And yes, we did look nervous first 15 minutes of both games, I suppose, but that's natural. That'll stand them in good stead for their careers going forward as well. That add to their experience, how to deal with big time games, the build up to it. How for the few days previous to the game coming up, how do you deal with that? And so mentally we'll be a lot stronger for that. And so credit to the players for being able to concentrate for large periods.
I know this is something you probably didn't want to get involved in, when you come and took over at Motherwell, but where does this rank for you in terms of your achievements as a manager? I know you've won leagues, I know you've won cups, I know you've played in European football, but it meant so much to everybody. You can see it here today.
Yeah, it did, and it ranks right up there, because I spoke to one or two people before coming in, and possibly got warned that this maybe wouldn't be the job for me. I love a challenge, and as soon as I spoke to the people connected with the football club, I knew there was a passion there that this club, wanted to get itself out of where it was, the predicament, and not just the squad of 27, 28, what we've ended up with, but my squad consists of several hundred, I think, people that go and work for the football club, and then on top of that, several thousands hopes rest upon that, and we've done it as a group today. The supporters were magnificent over both legs. 950 were allowed to travel to Ibrox. They made themselves heard, and everyone that turned up today, again, made sure that the players knew that they were fully behind them. There was no negativity whatsoever, and we've gone and achieved this as a group together.
It's an interesting one though, because people talked about form going into the game, but if you're taking your last 14 games now, I mean, there have been well more victories than there have been defeats. In fact, I think the win percentage is now up to over 40%. So, you must be really pleased at the way that's been turned around over not just the last couple of days, but actually the last couple of months.
Stats can be twisted however the way they want to, but you can't get away from the fact that we have won more games, and certainly our form over the last 13, 14 games, whatever it might be, would merit being a higher position in the table. We had to contend with this. There was a disappointment of not being able to get ourselves out of 11th spot, and to pick ourselves up from that. I think there's a motivation there, though, that the rest of Scotland seemed to be against us, and that they'd already given us our berth in the Championship, and that's a real powerful tool to use. That when you are written off, there's a bite, and we bit very, very hard, and got ourselves into a winning position that we maintain.
You've personally remained very calm through this whole situation. You've been very composed, very measured. Do you think that's important when it is so high pressure, that the man who's leading the team, if you like, leads from the front and tries to keep everybody calm, because that's such an important trait, I think?
Yeah, I think so. I think when everyone else is around you is losing their heads, you have to keep yours. You have to be able to read a game. You have to read certain situations as they're happening every day. And if you're all over the place, if your emotions are being shown to the world, then players will follow. And I've never been an over emotional during a game, but I think when the second goal went in today, I think it was Barry Fry-esque maybe, but soon got hold of myself, and but it was an enjoyable time and a lot of relief, because over the last few months we have had to work hard, we have had to go on give absolutely everything, and it's tough. You take it home with you. It is 24/7. There is no respite. Time with my family is nice, but you're still on the phone. You're still thinking things. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks, just getting away from things. And yes, I'll still have my phone with me, but in the knowledge that we're preparing for life in the top division.
It's inevitable. I'm sure all the back pages of tomorrow's paper, sadly, are going to be focused on something else other than the fact that your team have scored 6 goals into Rangers. I know we're not too much on it, but I suppose from the club's point of view, I suppose it's going to be disappointing that will overshadow what has been a fantastic performance.
Yeah, and it would be a shame, because the back pages should be full of Motherwell back retaining their position in the top league, and having to work hard against a Rangers side that gave us absolutely nothing. We had to work for it, and it was 2 great games, both teams going at it. And at the end of it, you just want them to shake hands and move on. The staff of Rangers they showed so much dignity, and it'd be a pity for Scottish football if everything was focused on the actions of a couple of people at the end. And I don't know what happened. I still don't know. I haven't looked at anything, but that would be a shame, because 2 games of football that should have been highlighted as being very, very good for this game.
Well, let's finish on a positive. Your message to the supporters. I know you were having, it was great scenes over there with you with the guys from the stand. There was a lot of mutual backslapping, I think we'll probably call it. You must be delighted for them more than anything, because 30 years in this top flight, there's only 2 teams in Scotland got a better record than that, and that meant so much to these guys. What's your message for them? Yeah,
proud people of Motherwell. They love their team. They love their city. And it's to be flying the flag in the top division means so much to them. And when you do get times to celebrate, then you have to indulge in that, I think. So whether it's been Q&A sessions, whether it's been supporters evenings, the sponsors evenings, people couldn't get across enough that that they thought what we were doing was the right thing. It was never going to be easy. Yes, you take some criticism along the way, I'm sure, but it was never going to be easy from where we were taking over in December, and we've managed to get there. The sole focus was to remain in this division by hook or by crook, and we've done it. And for them, I'm pleased, and for them to have their weekend and enjoy their weekend, and now enjoy their summer, and hopefully look forward to a better season next year.
I suppose that was going to be the last question, but one more I think it's worthwhile pointing out. Les Hutchison, the new owner, has come in January, and he's really marked on trying to improve the football club. But you must be also delighted for him, because he supported you fantastically, I think, in the last 4 or 5 months.
Couldn't have asked for any more support from someone who's shown a passion for not just the football club again, but the whole community. He was born here, was brought up here, and he's moved away, but hasn't forgotten his roots. And he's again someone who is very, very supportive for a manager, certainly coming into a new club, to have his backing. And we're going to do it prudently, but he's got plans. We've got plans as a football club to drive forward, and I think he's excited, seeing that what has been done in the short space of time, we can go and do that over a longer period, and we all look forward to it together.
Ian, magnificent.
Thanks very much.